Celebrating hope during this Mental Health Awareness Month. McAlister Institute is one of San Diego's largest and most successful substance abuse treatment and education centers. Today, Dr. James Dunford, Chief Medical Officer for McAlister Institute, and Gene McAlister, it's named after the founder and CEO, they're joining us to talk about the connection between addiction and mental health. First off, 45 years at the McAlister Institute. Tomorrow. Congratulations on an incredible anniversary. I just want to get right into it. Homelessness, mental health, and addiction, it's a big issue right now. It's a growing problem. We're seeing a sharp rise in the homelessness situation. What kind of relationship is there between mental illness and addiction and people ending up on the streets?
Unfortunately, these are so tightly interwoven that it's almost impossible to separate sometimes. About a quarter to a third of the people that are homeless have a substance use disorder and mental health issue. And those factors complicate anyone's life, but it makes it especially difficult as far as revenue and housing stability. And so they feed on each other and result in what we're currently experiencing today.
Mass instability.
Yeah.
Gene, your life's been committed to treatment and getting people in a better space, as I mentioned, 45 years. And upcoming birthday, 90 coming up. Happy birthday.
In July.
How important is treatment to breaking the cycle?
Well,
getting into treatment.
It's very, very important, but it's also just what you have to do is get people engaged. And sometimes you have to do that through the back door. Okay, because a lot of people don't want to come into treatment because of some of the rules and regulations and making out paperwork and that sort of thing. So what we do is a lot of times send people out into the field to engage people and spend some time with them and get their trust so that they'll come into treatment. Very, very important, because I would share with you that I'll have 65 years, or I did have 65 years of sobriety.
Congratulations.
But what happens is the drug takes over your mind, and that's the thing that's directing you to not get any help.
You have your institute. San Diego City Council is proposing some new programs to engage the homeless and mentally ill community. What kind of impact could treatment and these programs have?
They can have a substantial impact. I mean, there are a lot of people who suffer from the stigma and don't want to come in, but when there are opportunities and reward systems in place to be able to bring people to these, I think that's what we're really hoping for. The opposite, doing nothing, is basically resulting in premature death all over the community, and we've seen it rising in whether it's fentanyl or if it's alcohol or if it's methamphetamine. And doing nothing is no good. So there are a handful of people in the community, I really mean not too many, but some people who really need to have an element of incentivization to participate. All the programs in the community that they've tried haven't worked. And so ideas to try to bring people to recovery programs and to incentivize them to participate are really important.
How satisfying is it for you to see people come through, change their lives, and get past their addiction? You've been doing this for a long time. Does that ever get old?
It does not get old, because there's so many miracles that do happen. And I just think that a lot of times that we expect it to happen maybe the first time that somebody comes into your door, and maybe it takes 2 or 3 times, but the thing that I think is important is that you keep opening the door for them, no matter how many times. And I see a lot of people don't do that. They say, oh, it didn't work. Yeah, so that's the end of it. But we keep our doors open, and you can come in as many times, because you never know when that miracle is going to happen for that person.
I only have about 30 seconds left, but I want both of you to chime in on this. The people who aren't dealing with it, people who are watching, people are getting more frustrated, upset with the homeless situation. Are we running into a shortage of empathy for people?
I sure hope not.
I hope not.
Remember, these are diseases. Again, we talked about stigma for a moment, but these are diseases. These are like diabetes and hypertension. People have to keep that in mind. And really remember that there are actually legit treatments that actually work. And like a lot of things that we expect relapses to occur, that's just part of the process.
That's part of the, I just want to make mention, if there's anybody out there that needs help, I'm going to give you my phone number. Please call. I've done it before, and people have called, and it's so rewarding to me to be able to carry the message to somebody that's suffering and struggling. So that's 619-987-6393. Please call if you need help.
It's the McAlister Institute. Gene McAlister, Dr. James Dunford, the Chief Medical Officer. And I want to tell people we did have a Zevely Zone story on Gene celebrating the upcoming birthday and all-year sobriety. It's still on our website, cbs8.com. Go to the Zevely Zone page. Thank you for what you do to try to make San Diego a better place.
Well, thank you for having us. And we have a walk for sobriety in September, so I would invite you to that. Yeah.
We're gonna touch base on that.
Okay.
We're gonna
All
follow
right.
up.
Good.
Heather.